Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Falcons are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against a Lions offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Let's go! 58! 58!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And some room to work. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second down following the run.
Let's go!
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go! 58!
Looking to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Let's go! 50!
And he'll give it here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins.
Let's go! 58! 58!
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And some space here. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now the second-year man from South Dakota State, it's Zach Zenner. 20! Touchdown, Detroit! Zach Zenner, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it go again. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on an expected passing situation.
Let's go!
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Ten yards still left on second down.
Let's go! 59!
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go! 58!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Let's go!
And a give this time to the tailback. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go!
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Now they try the right side here. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
And Detroit getting set to go now. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll look to throw. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays just as what we saw A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Let's go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Let's go. Blue 58.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Blue 32. 32.
Back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity.
And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. An 50-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit him over the top.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this really is a good defense because what they've done is focus on stopping the running game and being physical against it.
And the numbers, they really bear that out. They're currently 5th in the National Football League in rushing defense. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Move.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
Now he'll let it go deep left. He's got it at the 15. A big play on third down for the Falcons. 44 yards.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Let's go. 3, 2, 3, half. Let's go. 3, 2, 3, 2. Check. Half. Kill. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch that in. That is right. Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58. 3, 2. Let's go. 3, 2, 58.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Blue 58. Got 4 down. Let's go. 3, 2, 58. Blue 58.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. His kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, good footwork on the spin. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Just go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards, and now 1st and 15. Now they try the right side here, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. 2nd down following the run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders. Touchdown, Detroit. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are in for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Let's go. Let's go. 58.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He's going to air one out. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Let's go. 58.
From the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll go on the ground. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now.
Let's go! Watching that, Marty!
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They don't give it here to his running back. And he loses the football a second time. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Let's go! 3-2!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go! 58!
And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out now come the Lions. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Let's go. 58.
And on the ground they go with the running back. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there, 89 yards, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier, now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen, but you say 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Here's Botcher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second down now after the incompletion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Jim Caldwell's guys cannot come through there on fourth down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And here now come the Falcons. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take that. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a deep, he's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
So now here come the Lions up to go for two. They're going to try and run. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 52! 52!
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain of 32 that time. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here to his running back. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Let's go!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And down he'll go at the 25. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10.